Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a mishmash of content to throw at ya. A couple weeks ago, I attended Fan Expo in Toronto. My sister and I cosplayed as Roronoa Zoro and Chopper from One Piece. So this video is a mishmash of me building the costume, putting on the costume, and going to the con. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into it. Starting out with some strips of white spandex fabric, I took each strip, wrapped them around a pencil individually, pinned them in place, pulled them off the pencil, soaked the rolls in water, and then actually dipped both ends into some watered down brown acrylic paint. I'm gonna be using these strips to make a weathered bandage top that's supposed to be battle worn looking.
So these are the unraveled pieces of fabric and they're drying. Hopefully they dry pretty fast because I want to try and finish this top today. But yeah, we'll see. Here's the wrap top. I took those weathered strips, sewed them in all directions so it didn't look too perfect onto a piece of regular white spandex fabric, and then sewed it all into a tube top, weathered it a little bit more, and I think it looks pretty good.
So originally for my Zoro cosplay, I had purchased 3 beautiful metal katanas, and then I remembered I was going to a convention. And what do conventions have? Weapon policies, which clearly state you can't bring metal weapons into cons. Now, I was on a time crunch, so I had to make the best of the situation here. I decided to utilize the 3 sheaths that came with the metal katanas that I had purchased because they were actually made of like wood and plastic. And typically when I'm making katanas, I stack 3 pieces of 4mm EVA foam and put a rod in the middle. That way it doesn't flop around and there's some stability to the katana. But in this case, the sheath was way too thin for me to fit my standard size, and anything thinner would have just been a floppy mess. So I decided to just make the handles here, and I would be able to fit those in with like 1 piece of foam and or metal rods, depending on how it worked out. And so here I'm just cutting out all the pieces required for that, including these pattern pieces that I made for the tops of each of the katana hilts. And I'll be stacking these, dremeling the edges to add thickness.
Okay, for these, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm not making a full katana, I'm only making the hilt. So I think that this is 3 pieces of foam stacked. I'm gonna put a wire in the middle for stability. I think 3 foam pieces to go in the actual like sword holder or sheath, I think it's called, is gonna be too thick. So I probably have to cut off one of the pieces. So we'll glue them and see. This is what the handles look like. I think it'll fit. I'm gonna Dremel the edges and see. So it's a few days later and I worked my butt off, but we were able to get the hilts made, sort of. They're not as pretty as the actual katanas, obviously, but I think that they will do for my purposes of the con, and I won't get in trouble or kicked out for having a metal weapon in the convention, because you're not allowed to do that. I'm just spraying them right now with some clear matte seal, and they should be good to go. Oh, also, side note, I finished my Tengen Uzui headband. Different cosplay, but I am also spraying that while I'm out here. I think it turned out pretty nice, so there you go. A little shot of the fake stand-in hilts, a little shot of Tengen Uzui's headband. tempting, but I suck at claw games. This guy looks like he's dead inside, and I kind of love it. I love that for him. There's a wife. Holy heck. Thank you, enjoy the film. They're so cute.
3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.